You're gonna give the vibe of I'm her because you feel like that, and you will be. Hello everyone, and welcome to or back to Tahari Talks, your therapy session in addition to the therapy where we get your mental and your spiritual right all at the very same time. This is officially episode 12 of Tahari Talks, where we will be talking about how to become your dream self. While this can be applied to either gender, this is mainly for my women. Men, this isn't to say that you cannot stay, but y'all know on Tahari Talks, every few episodes I like to have a little girl chat. So we're going to be talking about how to become that girl. You are ready that girl, but how to introduce yourself to her and do so on a budget by changing a few things here and there. I have a list of 11, but it won't take too long because everything is pretty much self-explanatory. So we're gonna go through my personal list. We're gonna pray like we always do, because yes, we're even gonna pray about becoming and maintaining the status of her, and then we're gonna conclude. Before we get into today's topic, I do want to say thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You're gonna love it here. I feel like you already do, even in the intro. So go ahead and commit, join the gang, join the journey, and stick beside me. There's always good conversation on Tahari Talks, and I drop episodes every single week on topics to help you get your life together. Normally, y'all know I like to go from the natural to the spiritual, but we're just gonna combine the two today by saying that, of course, naturally we all want to be our best selves. We all want to be that girl. We want to be the best version of her that we can become. We want to become our dream self, our pinnacle self, our purpose fulfilling selves. And spiritually, God wants the same thing for us. Like, come on, Miss Girl, get to it so I can push purpose through you and do my will in the earth through my vessel, which is you. A lot of people will hear, tips on how to become that girl, and think that is very surface, very shallow, very materialistic. But we all know that it's deeper than that. It's internal, it's external, it's spiritual, it's mental, it's all the things. It's holistic. And you'll find that in the things that I'm about to speak about. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Way number one that you can become and remain that girl is by enriching your mind. Enrich your mind with self-help information. You're here watching this video right now, so we already know that you're on that. What are you intaking as part of your mental diet? And we've also talked about this in previous episodes. Also, before we really get into the list, obviously, eliminating procrastination, establishing discipline, establishing routine, establishing structure for yourself. All of those things directly play a role into becoming that girl and maintaining the highest version of yourself. And I love that the sequential order of the past few episodes have lended themselves to the natural and the effort-backed progressions of elevating and becoming a better version of yourself. So if you have not checked out those episodes, please go ahead and do so. And now we're going to be talking about ways for you to just get better overall. So like I said, first is enriching your mind, listening to podcasts, learning new skills, reading new books that are nonfiction that can help you learn new things about yourself or about topics that you're not really keen about, or topics that you may want to learn new things about, documentaries even, just elevating the things that you're listening to so that what is going in is like fertilizer. It's nourishing the seeds that have been planted, and you will see the fruit and bear the fruit and speak the fruit and show the fruit, and you'll see it on your face because you're not just intaking garbage on top of garbage. Your mind is being expanded, your mind is being enriched. And that one pretty much speaks for itself. The second thing that I suggest that you do if you want to become and remain that girl is to smell good. Right before I came to sit down to film this video, I sprayed one of my favorite go-to fragrances because I knew that I was going to deliver and execute this content in the way that I envisioned in my mind if I smelled like that girl that I want to be, that I want to feel like, that I am. And with this, I know that in the title you see that this is a very budget-friendly list, but invest in good fragrances. And you don't have to start big. You don't have to start by going and buying a 200 3.4 ounce bottle of a designer EDP. While I do recommend EDPs for longer lasting fragrances, I say start small. You can get a roller ball of a designer fragrance for $30 at Ulta. You can get samples and use those until they run dry. They have different retailers such as Scentbird for you to get dupes of designer fragrances for the low. Just smell good. And you don't have to get designer fragrance. You can do it on a budget by getting, again, the dupes or fragrances without a name that are still very quality, long lasting, and will have you walking by and people turning their heads like, who just left this room, because the smell is still here. Like, the smell will enter before you do. It'll stay long after you're gone. That's how you want your scents to be. High quality, smell like money, smell like luxury, smell like a breath of fresh air, smell clean. And also a key to that is layering your fragrance. Make sure your body wash smells good, the soap you use smells good, the hair products you use smell good, your scrubs smell good, your lotion smells good, and then you're topping that off with the perfect fragrance. Like, you are going to be, again, making statements without saying a word because you just smell amazing. The next must do in order to be and remain that girl is to get your dental hygiene under control. The ultimate goal would be to have your teeth straightened through braces or Invisalign. Some people even get veneers, but the right kind of veneers. Like, don't get the veneers that have you out here looking crazy, or you got to get them taken off in 5 years and you don't got no teeth left. I'm talking about quality, effective dental transformations. But of course, because this is the budget-friendly version, if you cannot afford to completely change how your dental is set up, do the little things. Get the whitening strips. I just finished a round of the Crest 3D whitening strips. The package for the whole 10-day treatment was $25, and I did see a difference in the whiteness of my teeth in the amount of time that I used it. Flossing more, making sure that you're going to the dentist regularly, getting a whitening mouthwash, using peroxide if you don't want to invest in anything that will cost more, making sure that your breath smells good, keeping mints on you, keeping gum on you. The worst thing in the world is to meet somebody and leave a lasting first impression on them, and they're like, oh yeah, that's the girl whose breath was a little stiff, that's the girl whose breath was a little Like, make sure your breath, not only do you smell good, your hair is smelling good, your body is smelling good, but your breath smells good as well. And when you're smiling, it's looking good. Like, all of that matters. I'm currently watching the show on Netflix, Queen's Gambit, and if you're familiar, then you know. And when she met Beltic when she saw Beltic again for the first time in 5 years, she's like, something is different about you. Like, I just cannot put my finger on it, but something's different. And he's like, I got my teeth straightened. And she was like, that's exactly it. I could not put my finger on it. But even him just changing his teeth just changed his whole aura, his whole vibe. Had him looking attractive when before he was looking like a geek burger. Like, your dental hygiene is so important, especially as you age. So moving on to number 4, especially for my ladies, take the time to write out your hair calendar. Keeping your hair done is key for maintaining your appearance, how you look, how you feel. Like, have you seen those memes that are like, girl, you're not depressed, you just need your hair done, or I'm hair depressed, nothing else is wrong with me other than I just need my hair done. And basically, a hair calendar is where you sit down and say, all right, I'm about to get these boho braids. I know I'm going to keep them in for a month. When that month is out, what am I going to do next with my hair? All right, my appointment for my sewing is 2 weeks after I take the boho braids out. So what am I going to do in the interim for the 2 weeks while my hair is out? Am I going to do a curly clip-in style? Am I going to do a slick back? Always making sure that you have a plan, whether it's low maintenance, high maintenance, or something in between, but keep your hair done. Keep a plan for your hair and stick to your plan. If you notice, like, coming up on that style that you're supposed to get next week that you're not really feeling it, come up with another plan, but stay ahead of the game in knowing that this is what I'm about to do next, so that you can stay ready. You don't got to get ready when it's time. Your budget could be in play, your supplies can be on hand, and you can just be ready for the style to come. Always have something in your back pocket, always be looking good. And to that same token, coming in hot at number 5 for becoming and remaining that girl is learn how to DIY your own beauty services. Now, I know some of the girls are like, I just like the experience of going and sitting in somebody's chair, of being the client, of getting my feet done, of letting somebody else do the service. I'm not mad at you, sis. If and when the budget and the time and the schedule permits, do that. But what I'm saying is, know how to do your own DIY beauty services, so that when you get that hey boo text, or when the salon is closed, or when you're in the last minute pickle before that trip and you need to get yourself together, you know how. Learn how to do a quick soft glam, a quick 15 to 30 minute beat for your face, so that you're not always like, oh, I gotta book an MUA, and if she cancels on me, then I'm done for. Learn how to do 1 or 2 go-to styles, even if you're not hair savvy. It could be a slick back and you wrap some hair around the back and put some clip-ins. It could be an at-home, I just DIY'd my silk press today. Granted, I'm a cosmetologist, different story. But before I had those few things that I knew how to do and I could do at the house. For nails, learn how to do gel X at the house, press-ons at the house. I had to learn how to do both during my nail break. It's not my preference, but if I'm ever in a situation where I have to do it, then I know how. In the most recent game changer that I came upon, because these gel polish pedicures can run upwards to $100 these days. But sis, I got your back. I just got put onto these like 2 months ago and I'm on my 3rd set now. And when I say they last for like 3 weeks at a time, Get you some press-ons for the toes. Not only that, on Amazon, they have it to where you can get 500 piece sets for $7. It's 50 pedicures in here for $7. You cannot beat that. Not only will you ever be without a pedi, your toes will always be looking good, but I've saved so much money from going to the salon and getting my feet done, because my one non-negotiable in my book is my nails. Like, I just love to have certain designs. I love to have certain sets, and even that I'll take breaks on here and there. But the fact that I don't have to go to the salon and spend money on pedis as well, granted, if I want to here and there, I will, but my go-to is to do it at the house because it's quicker, it's easier, it's cheaper. It's all the things I need it to be. And another thing you're going to want to do is get you a really good glue. This glue keeps my feet done for 3 weeks at a time, every single time. And anytime I lose one, I can replace it same day. I don't have to worry about waiting for the salon to be open and going and sitting, especially with 2 littles running around. It's lovely. I say all of that to say, learn how to DIY every beauty thing that you like to do. Maybe except waxing. Waxing might be the one thing where I'm like, I don't think the day is ever gonna come where I'm giving myself my own Brazilian. I'm never gonna say never, because I'm the type, I'll DIY just about anything, but learn how to DIY pretty much all of your beauty services. My number 6 tip to becoming and remaining that girl is to develop a solid skincare routine. It does not have to be extensive and it does not have to be expensive. But what you do need is a solid cleanser, a solid toner, a solid serum for morning, a solid serum for night, a good moisturizer, and a good sunscreen. Once again, especially the older you get, we are getting too old. In my case, we are too old now to be falling asleep in your makeup. Sister, get up and do that skincare before you go to bed. I don't care how tired you are. Do that skincare. You wasn't too tired to do the 1,000,001 other things that you did today, and if you was, you pushed through and did them anyway. Get up and wash your face. Senior citizen you is gonna thank you. You of next month, you of tomorrow is gonna thank you. Like, skincare will never go out of style. And part of good skincare is drinking your water, minding your business, and staying stress-free. But seriously, develop a really good skincare routine and stick to it. And like I said, it does not have to cost you a lot. I use CeraVe for my cleanser, CeraVe for my moisturizer, Good Molecules for my serum, regular witch hazel for my toner. I have one product in my arsenal that is a break the bank, but to be fair, I was introduced to it on a gifting campaign, but I think I'm gonna have to splurge when it's time for it to run out and I get another one. But that's neither here or there. Develop a good solid skincare routine, and your budget isn't an excuse, because you can do so on a budget using the products I just named, as well as many others on the market. Number 7, my number 7 tip for becoming and remaining her is to move your body. And not only move your body, but be more intentional about what you put into your body. Yes, we love the wings and the fries. Yes, we love the sweets. But those wings, those fries, those sweets don't love us back, baby. The dairy don't love us back. So yes, you're gonna have your times where you eat it, where you enjoy it, but be more intentional about incorporating good foods, healthy foods into your diet. Try new things. I discovered this week that I really enjoy the combination of onions, bell peppers, cucumbers in my meal prep bowls. Me of last week would have been like, girl, you're not even gonna eat that, but I tried it and I liked it, and now I know that I can incorporate it moving forward. Move your body. Moving our body and the ability to move our body is a gift that we don't know that we will always have. So as long as we do have it, get up, take a walk, park farther in the parking lot than you normally would. Take the steps instead of the elevator. Move your body and get active in the ways that you can with the time that you have. Because being in shape, being active, maintaining your heart health, maintaining your body health, maintaining a healthy body weight, none of that will ever be anything that you will regret doing. And those are the qualities of somebody that knows that they are that girl. I know that I'm her, so I'm gonna put the things into my body that I know that it deserves. And it's really just that simple. My next tip for becoming and remaining that girl, tip number 8, is to force yourself out of your comfort zone. Try a new activity. Bring yourself around a new crowd, a new side of town, a new routine, a new city, a new country, and interact with different people to learn more about them and about yourself. Who are you when you're not around the people who have told you who you are? Who are you when you're not around the people who expect you to be a certain way or to expect you to be who they always have known? Step out of your comfort zone, because you'll learn new things about yourself every time, and do it. A lot of times it's good to do it in solitude, not with somebody that is like your comfort blanket that's going to fill in the gaps of silence for you, but to get out by yourself and explore new places and explore new cities, of course, in safety, but to figure out who you are and what do you like. And in doing so, you may learn that your idea of that girl is a whole different girl than you thought you would become because you're learning something differently about who you are genuinely, authentically. Step outside your comfort zone. Moving into number 9, my number 9 tip of becoming and remaining that girl is to elevate your wardrobe. Find the pieces that fit your body, that complement your body type, your frame well. Not that you see online and you're like, oh, that looks really good, so I'll just try it. And that person is shaped nothing like you. There's no resemblance. Find the pieces that will complement your frame well. Find the pieces that you feel good in. I'm not one of those women who will come online and is like, oh yeah, build a capsule wardrobe. Capsule wardrobe is the only way. I'm not one of those women that's ever going to come on here and tell you to throw away all your colorful clothes because I love color in my wardrobe. Not one of those women that's going to tell you to do away with fast fashion altogether and to shop only expensive luxury pieces because not everybody is there yet. And surprisingly, I'm also not the woman that's going to tell you to throw all of your leggings and sweatpants away because there's a time and a place for everything. What I will say is stop wearing those leggings and those sweatpants every day, sister. Stop wearing that high school reunion t-shirt with the holes in it every other week when you go to the grocery store. Put on something nice, even a cute little set. Sets are my go-to because you don't have to think about them. You put them on, they look nice, they feel nice, and you look put together. What I will say is dress how you want to be addressed wherever you go. Dress how you want to feel wherever you go. I don't care that you're just going to the store. You want to feel good? Throw it on. You might have that day next week where you're on your cycle and you're cramping and you're over it and you want to wear those sweatpants. I'm going to let you slide for a day or two. But for the most part, put that outfit on. Put that clean shirt on. And my moms, y'all going to feel me when I say this. You may end the day with the stains on your shirt from your kid with the Oreos and the candy all over it, but at least start off looking presentable so that you can look and feel your best. I don't care how many times you have heard it. You truly feel your best when you look your best. And part of looking your best is dressing your best. I remember growing up in high school, one of the cheer moms, she gave me advice and she's like, as long as your hair looks good, you got on even if it's basics, nice outfit, and you got on some nice shoes, you're automatically going to be put together. And now as a woman, of course, I incorporate dainty jewelry, a little concealer or a fresh face and some lip gloss every now and then. But overall, find the pieces that suit you, that you're actively wearing. Get rid of the stuff that you're not, and make sure that you feel good in it. Because if you feel good, you're gonna see that. Like, you walk differently, your head is held higher, your shoulders are back, your chest is out, and you're gonna give the vibe of I'm her because you feel like that. And you will be. You feel like it, you look like it, you are that, baby. Dress how you want to be addressed, no matter where you're going, and watch the changes that align from it. Moving right on into number 10. Keep your space clean. I know it can be tough if you're always on go. You're going from work to school to the internship to the second job to the third job to the community service to the church house to the rehearsals. Like, I get it. It's a lot. You probably got a whole closet in your trunk. It's even more hard when you are a parent and you have children and you have their things to keep up with as well, or you just clean the room and it's right back dirty, or you're mopping with wet paint, as I like to call it, because you're constantly cleaning and they're constantly messing behind you. I get it. However, y'all know I'm always referring now, I can say always because this is the 3rd episode where I've alluded to this book, but in the book Atomic Habits, the author talks about resetting your space, resetting the room. Make a habit of resetting the room whenever you leave it. All right, I know I was in this room and I messed it up by being in here. Let me reset it before I leave. Or keep a shopping bag. This is one thing that really helps me. I keep a shopping bag in my car. So when I'm getting out, I'm taking the trash with me. Sometimes I'll keep multiple bags in. Anything that's going in the house, I'll put it in one. And anything that needs to go in the trash, I'll put it in the other. And I make sure to clean the bag that has the house stuff in it when I get in the house so it doesn't create more clutter. But doing simple things like resetting your space, getting up in the morning and making your bed before you start your day, cleaning the kitchen, loading the dishwasher instead of leaving the dishes in the sink before you go about your day, it makes for a better headspace. It's the whole sign falling for me. It's a little shaky, but we back. But yeah, like I was saying, it helps so much to have a clean space. You're able to think clearer, you're able to plan better, you're able to operate better overall when your space is clean. Last but not least, number 11, my 11th tip for becoming and remaining that girl is prayer. That's the secret sauce to life. Pray about the little things. Pray about the big things. Every morning before I leave the house, my prayer is, God, thank you for this day. Thank you for allowing us to see another day. Help me to see you in every little thing that I experience today. Help the God math to math. I could be out and about and think I'm about to spend a certain amount and end up spending so much less because God math is in effect. I could think that I really have 15 minutes to do a task, but then I'm given 30 instead. Traffic is shortened. That's what I mean when I say God math. Pray about the little things to the big things. Pray about the big things that you're scared of, the fears, the areas where you feel inadequate. Pray about the direction that you're going in. Pray for clarity. Pray for your family members, your loved ones. Pray that your partner pulls through a tough situation, that you pull through certain things. Health scares. Whatever it is that you are dealing with, pray about it. It may seem silly to pray about certain things, but when I say I have learned that is the key to life, pray about every little thing. I don't care how minor it is. I remember I was watching a girl I went to school with. She creates content and she was saying pray about the little things. Like she prays about things as small as, God, let my suitcase be under this 50-pound limit when I go through this airport line and it'll hit 49 pounds. I don't care how little it is. When you pray about it, that helps you to commune with God more. That builds your confidence in hearing his voice. It builds your prayer life. It builds your faith. Just like we were talking about faith in the last episode, it builds all of those things when you pray about the little things to the big things. I'm sorry, but no girl that says that she is that girl to me if she does not pray. Prayer is the key to life. I was just watching a podcast episode with the owner of Mayel, Monique, and she was saying at the end of the episode, like, she's giving all these great gems and these big CFOs and investors have given her all of this advice and she's acquired all of this knowledge in her 10 plus year career. But she's like, you really want to know the secret sauce? It's that I pray about everything. I'm in my word. My foundation is God. That's really the secret sauce. And that's not to sound deep or nothing. I mean, it could sound deep to you because it is that deep. Pray about everything. So with all of that being said, we're going to get into a prayer and then we're going to close this episode on out. Bow your head, close your eyes. Let's get right into it. God, I thank you for every person who is on the other side of this screen. Thank you for their viewership. Thank you for the time that we have spent here together today. Thank you that they have a desire to want to become better. Help them to see themselves how you see them and to see all of the qualities that you have instilled in them. Help them to fertilize the seeds that you've already planted within them. Lead them and guide them on the next chapters of their journey. Do away with the noise or the distractions that are in the way of them becoming their highest selves. Help their desires for themselves to align with your will for their lives. Because we can want things, but it doesn't always mean that you want them for us. So help the things that they want to push for and press toward to align with your will. God, I ask that you would give them the resources and the means to make improvements to their lives. And I don't just mean the material things, but especially in the internal things as well. God, give them the resources and help them to not feel discouraged by the things that they don't have yet or the resources that they may feel that they are lacking. Help them to see that they have everything that they need to start where they are and to get what's next and to get to what's next. Help them to not make comparisons to others that will make them regress or feel inferior, but give them the confidence and the focus to stay focused on their own lane and in their own timing and ultimately in your timing. Thank you for who they already are, every version of themselves that they have been and who they are becoming. And I thank you for everything you're about to do in their lives. And it is in your name we do pray. Amen. I hope, just as with every other episode, that something that was done or said during this time together was helpful to you. Let me know if there's anything that I did not state that you would include on your list. What's on your ultimate that girl, becoming her, maintaining being her? What's on your list? I would love to hear it, especially from my aunties. Y'all been a little quiet in the comments, but y'all have been loud in the DMs. I guess that's because Tahari Talks is still kind of new and y'all a little shy. But I'll take the feedback how I can get it. Even if you DM me and we talk about it there, I'm cool with that as well. I'm not gonna put you on Front Street, but if there's anything that you would like to add for others to see, feel free to drop it in the comments. Thank you so much for pulling up to another episode of Tahari Talks. It will not be long before we're getting into the next. If there's any topic that you would like me to cover, go ahead and send that my way as well. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe right now. Y'all, I don't understand what it takes to make y'all understand how serious I am about your subscription and you staying committed to the course. I see every single name that comes up as you subscribe, and I just want to thank you for being here. Thank you in advance for that subscribe that you just hit. And don't forget to turn on your bell notification so that you don't miss a beat as it relates to Tahari Talks. Be sure to share this video with somebody that you know could use it, and I will see you in the next episode very, very soon. Later. Another episode. Another episode.